Okay, hello everybody. I gotta find me something else to say because I don't even be liking the way I sound when I say that. But hello y'all. And so I'm not finna make this intro long and drawn out because y'all know me. I could keep talking about nothing. But as you can read by the title, this is a story time on when I found out that my boyfriend was cheating on me on my birthday. Okay, so boom. So first I'm gonna tell y'all how we met, right? We gonna give him the name. I almost said his initial, but then that's still too close. Like that's way too close. Nah, I can't call him that either. We gonna call him Basketball. Okay, we gonna call him Basketball. So me and Basketball, yet again, me and Basketball met on Tinder. And y'all, I'm dead ass. Like I used to be on Tinder heavy. Like when we matched or whatever, like we didn't talk instantly. I think this was probably like the next day he ended up writing me and he was like, like he would just ask me the basic stuff, like we were just talking, getting to know each other. And then he was like, "Can I text you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's." I was like, "Oh, say less." It's cool. Like, yeah, you can text me. Now, mind y'all, Basketball, baby, he was like everything I could have ever wanted, like in the nigga. Not attitude, personality wise, which he was cool. He was cool, but like he had some badass habits. But like the way he looked, baby, Basketball was everything to me, girl. I'm telling you, like he was tall, like he was a cool 6'8", 6'9". I really think it was 6'9". He was tall. He was tatted. Like he had the tats everywhere. A couple on the face. The neck. Girl, Basketball was everything to me, baby. And ain't no cap in that, okay? But yeah, so we was texting or whatever, same little stuff like what you doing, where you at, little stuff like that. And so then he was like, "I want you to come to my game." So then when he told me that he wanted me to come to his game, I was just so thrown off.
Okay.
I don't know why I was so thrown off, but I was. Because I'm just like, why do he want his game to be our first meetup? Now, mind you, I didn't know what type of game this was. I didn't know if this baseball, basketball, football. I didn't know who this was. He was just like, come to his game. So I'm very much confused, but I'm like, okay, he want me to come. I'm going to go. So I call him my best friend. I'm like, "Girl, you got to come to this game, to this boy game with me. Like, he really want me to come." I'm like, "So please come with me." So she was like, "Yeah, I can come with you." So mind you, he had also, like when we was texting, talking about it, he had texted me and he was like, "And
make sure you on time and da, 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 da."
Now, towards the end of our relationship, baby, he was the last one to tell me anything about time, a clock, anything. Because he did not have that type of decency himself. And little do he know anything. Like, I'm always late. Sometimes I purposely be late, but 9 times out of 10, I'm just always late. And then it was like, my nigga, I'm definitely not finna be on top of your game. What I look like? Like, no. But it was what it was. So, I'm getting ready, girl. I'm nervous. Like, I'm trying to get real cute. Because it's like, this how I first, like, time meeting up. Like, girl, I was just so nervous. So, we on our way to the game. And so, he calling me, like, where you at? I'm like, I hate when people do that. Because, like, bro, I'm coming at the end of the day. What did you steady calling me for? Then as soon as I tell you where I met you, I'm going to be mad. So, it's just like, just relax and just let me come. Like, I'm coming. So he kept calling me or whatever, and he was like,
"Where you at? I'm like,
"Boy, I'm on my way. I'm really lying. Like, I'm 5 minutes away. I was a cool teen." But it was what it was. So we get to the place, right? So me and my best friend, like, hold on. So like I bag in backwards, girl, because I'm like, hold on, let's observe this place. Let's what's the other word I'm thinking about? Observe, let's assess. That was the word
boy, if you don't get.
I'm like, girl, hold on, like, let's look. So, we bagging or whatever. So we looking. Girl, it's a group of 4 niggas walking in. Then it's a group of 6. I'm like, dang, so hold on, like, is this the right place for me to be claiming like I'm with somebody or whatever? Even though like this our first time meeting up, but still, it's like I'm coming for him. Like, I would have never known about this unless it was for him. So it's like, but girl, it was what it was. So I'm getting nervous. So we walk in and he was like sitting by the door or something like that. So, I walked in, gave him a hug, whatever. And then once we had did that, I was cool. I was like, okay, cool. The first part, that's over with. So then he showed us to where we was gonna sit down and whatnot. And he was like, can you watch my stuff? You know. I'm like, yeah, I can watch your stuff while you play your game. Oh, you know how like sometimes like niggas will be playing like a game or something, and they'll try to like make a little shot and then look at you or something like that. He did that a couple times. So he did that when I really don't even remember if my man won his game or not, but it was what it was. So, you know, they played a little game, whatever. And so he was on this little team with his cousin. So he was like, well, what y'all finna do after this, blah, blah, blah. We like, we don't know, like, we was probably gonna go get something to eat or something, you know, just trying to like make a little activity or something to do. So then they was like, okay, well, y'all could just come with us. So we end up following them. We said we was gonna go get something to eat, but we never went and got nothing to eat. We end up going back to we end up going over the cousin's house, right? So we go over the cousin's house, we just kicking it, caking it, chilling, you know, doing our thing. Yeah. So we had us a cooler time. We chilled, whatever. So he you know, he ended up walking me to the car and whatnot. He walked me to the car. And so, girl, it was like, oh, let me tell y'all that part. So it was a lot of red flags with basketball. But at that time, baby, I didn't care. Like, girl, I'm like in a Mario Kart race. Like, I'm ducking and dodging. Everything motherfuckers throwing, I'm dodging because no, that's me. Like, y'all can't tell me nothing about him. I don't care what you thought he did, what somebody told you he did. I'm with him now and he did it.
Look at the screen.
That's mine. And
And
I'm going to stick beside him.
Period. So I wasn't trying to hear nothing nobody had to say about my man. No, everything I would. So, you know, okay, here was a red flag. So he said, this is when we was kicking it at the cousin house. He was like, dang, like, you know, he was feeling the vibe. He liked your girl vibe, you know, whatever, we kicking it, caking it. He was like, dang,
Like, I want to hang out with you like every single day.
and here go my cheese ball ass. I'm like,
You do? I'm like, everybody be calling me annoying and stuff, but like, you want to hang out with me every day? I said, I be wanting that, like, cool. We can see each other every day, babe, if you want to.
I didn't say all of that, but like, that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, okay. But really, bitch, that should have been a red flag. This nigga just met me. Why he want to hang out with me every day now? Okay. And so then, after we had kicked it that one time, me and him was together like damn near every single day. I would go to work, get off work, go see him, and we'd just kick it for the rest of the night, like all the time. Weekends we was together, like all the time we was together, right? So, you know, I liked it that because it's just like, what the fuck else we doing? Like, why we just got to talk on the phone and all that stuff? No, me and him saw each other every day. Girl, one time we had seen each other and he talking about something. He had gave me a hug and he was like, he had accidentally said he loved me. I said, he talking about something. Oh, that's what he said after he said it. I said, oh. He talking about something. He said something like, oh, you just like do some real shit. Like, you just make me feel like that. Girl, my man had me sick, girl. So me and him probably met like late November. Yeah, we definitely met late November because my birthday is early December. And so, yeah, so one day we was in the car and we was just driving. I was telling him about my birthday. I'm like, yeah, babe, my
Birthday coming up, and you know I'm telling him what I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have a dinner. I'm gonna do an Airbnb party, like all that type of stuff.
And he gassed.
So be like, yeah, babe, that's lit. Like, I'm finna bring all my niggas.
And you know, at the time, this my nigga, so it's like, I don't care. Like, babe, really, this for me and you. Yo. But yeah, so I'm like, I'm geeked up. I'm turned, he turned, you know, whatever. So this probably like a day or something before, a day before my birthday, we was texting and I was supposed to see him, but like he was on some bullshit or something like that. So we was just texting or whatever. And he was like, babe, I'm not going to be able to come to your, I ain't gonna be able to come to your dinner, but I can come to the Airbnb because I got a basketball game. Now, mind you, my man was like on 2 basketball teams. One of them was like, I don't want to say that it was not legit, but one of them was kind of like a basketball team that our city got that's like a real basketball team. And then the other one was almost like him and his friends kind of put it together. But there was a bunch of people who did that. I can't really explain it, but it's almost like little league, big league type ordeal. So the game he was talking about, that was like his big game. That was his, with his big team game, whatever. So he was like, I ain't gonna be able to come. I was a little salty, but it was what it was. It's like he can't make it, so I didn't really care. As long as you're gonna be at something of my birthday, I'm fine with that. So the dinner, so me and my best friend, we riding around trying to hurry up and get all my stuff together, whatever. And so he ended up FaceTiming me. And he FaceTimed me, and I knew he wasn't lying. Like, he showed me his uniform. He was like, dead ass in the locker room. The guys was in there. You know what I'm saying? So I knew he wasn't lying. He was like, yeah, babe, I hope you have fun. I'm gonna see you later. I'm gonna call you when to come get me. Now, mind you, at the time, I didn't have a car, so I was using my mama car. Anytime me and him was linking up, I was in my mama car. And mind you, my man didn't have a car. So, and the day of my birthday, I wasn't driving. So when he said that, I didn't want to like confuse the brain, but I was thinking in my head like, babe, I don't know how I'm gonna pick you up, but you know what? I'm gonna pick you up at the end of the day, some way, somehow. You gonna be here at my stuff. So I ain't tell him all that, but we was just like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, good luck, babe. Boom, we hang up the phone. So girl, I had my dinner. Dinner was cool, gung ho, great. Now we finna get into the shit, right? I'm asking him how was the game, did they win or whatever. He asked me how's my dinner going, woo. So never once was he like, okay, babe, come pick me up at this time. So we had never set the time on when I was gonna come pick him up. And another disclaimer too, with the whole boyfriend and girlfriend thing, it was never nothing like set in stone. Like, it wasn't never like he asked me to be his girlfriend or nothing. But it was just like we was on that type of time. Like, he knew what type of time I was on. I knew what type of time he was on. Well, so I thought. But yeah, so it was kind of like a what you call it? Like a unexplained understanding. Yeah, so it was like on that type of vibe. So it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? If either of us would have found out we was messing with other people, we would have been mad. So that's why I had every right to do what I did and to say what I said. So yeah, so like I said, so me and him texting, right? We texting, we just like saying little stuff. I'm like really just waiting on him to tell me like, okay, babe, like you can come get me from her at this certain time, whatever. But he had never said nothing. So it's like, I don't know what you want me to do. I can't read your mind. Like, I don't know where you at. So girl. So like I said, okay, hold on. Okay, so this was the message, y'all, that killed everything. So like I said, like in the text message, like kind of arguing about like, he was saying something like, I didn't answer him. And I'm like, nigga, I called you 3 times. And he was like, my bad. Then he said, you good? And he was like, he was sorry. He was like, you good? And I'm sorry. And I'm like, this nigga don't never ask me, am I good? But like, okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Are you? And he was like, nah, I'm fucked up. And then, yeah, so he said, nah, I'm fucked up. So I thought. And so then his number text, he said, girl, look, he got a girlfriend. His ass sleep with the little sleep emoji. She was like, let me stop playing with you and shit. Good night, sis. Girl, when I tell you, I was motherfucking flabbergasted, bitch. Like, I was stuck. I was literally stuck. I'm like, bruh, I ain't never been through nothing like that. So I'm like, what? I'm just looking at my phone like, what? I'm laughing now because it's funny now, but I'm just looking like, what? Like, nah. Ain't nobody just text me playing on my phone talking about this, some dead they him. So now at this point, I don't know how long he was texting me between the time where she started texting me from his phone. So then, girl, so I showed this girl who I used to be. So I showed this girl, right? Now, mind y'all, this girl, she used to, let me see how to put this. She was his cousin, like best friend, right? So at first, I didn't really tell none of my friends I was talking to him, because sometimes I begin to a point where it's like, I don't want to tell my friends, because anytime you tell somebody that you talk to somebody, they got a story to tell you about them. I don't want to hear nothing. I told y'all, Mario Kart's ducking and dodging the jakes. Like, no, y'all not telling me nothing about my nigga. He's great. dead, you know. But one time I was over her house and I was about to, what was I doing? Oh, I was over her house and I was texting him, and I think I was probably about to go see him or something. And she was like, "Girl, what you over there smiling about?" Woo, woo, woo. So then I told her, and then of course she had some things to tell me just how I knew she would. So she was like, "Girl, you better be careful with him because apparently he be having like a lot of little hoes, girl, and he be this and he that and da 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 da." It's like I wasn't trying to hear that. But this was the prime example of that. So then she just so happened to be with me. We literally walking into my Airbnb. So I was like, "Girl, look at this." I said, why this girl talking about she basketball girlfriend? She texted me off his phone. So she got hot, girl. Mind y'all, I'm still confused. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm lost. But her ass got fired up, right? So she ended up FaceTiming the number. So the girl answered the phone or whatever. And so she was like, the girl answered the phone and she FaceTimed her, but the girl had the phone, like it was just black, so we couldn't see her. So then we was like, we asking the girl, like, "Who are you? Like, what's your name?" Da, 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 da. She like, she wasn't trying to tell us nothing, but she was just like, and we was like, "Okay, so how long have you been talking to basketball?" She was like, "I've been talking to her for a couple months," and da 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 da. She was just saying a bunch of hoopla. So then we end up hanging up. So then me and my friend start calling the phone again because she said the nigga was asleep. So now you finna wake up. Because hold on, like, no, don't play with me like that. So we over here blowing this man phone up. Like, I'm FaceTiming the phone. And then, because eventually, once his phone keeps ringing, the girl gonna put the phone down. Because, like, bitch, for one, that he wasn't the type to, like, let nobody play and go through his phone. Of course he wasn't, because he did what he did. So I already knew if like we keep calling back and forth, she gonna put his phone down, then he gonna end up seeing like, damn, motherfuckers blowing me up, see what's up. So we literally kept calling it back to back. I'm calling it, then as soon as he didn't answer on my phone, then my friend called. As soon as it didn't answer on her phone, then the other girl called. Like, motherfuckers was just calling this phone back to back to back. So that had pissed him off or whatever. He had turned around and got mad at me. This nigga got mad at me about the situation. So I text him again. I'm like, "We need to talk ASAP." And he was like, "About what?" I'm like, "My nigga, what you mean about what? About one of your females calling my phone, playing on my phone, acting like they you, all of that type stuff." So girl, we end up getting into it a little bit. He was starting hot about his, talking about something. "Why you was playing on my phone? You was acting like a kid." Bitch, I wasn't acting like no motherfucking kid. Like, I don't know what you expected me to do. And you over here cheating and doing all of that carrying on. But then get mad at me when you feel like I'm doing something. Like, come on, man. That should be blowing. Now, y'all, I'm not going to lie. I did go back. To him because we was together. Me and him was together Christmas and New Year's. And all of this after my birthday. So, after that whole little shenanigans happened, we talked about it. Whatever. At that point, I was kind of like, okay, like, I'm still just finna do me on the side. Like, yeah, I got you over here, but I'm finna be doing me too on the side. Because it's like, no, I'm not playing. We not playing those games here. Not at all. So I was still doing me, whatnot. So, and I believe the day before this, me and him was supposed to see each other. But something had happened to where we didn't get to see each other, right? So, y'all, I get another text message. This not from his phone. This is from another phone, right? Let me tell y'all what it say. It say, "Hey, you mess with Jack." It say, "Hey, you mess with basketball. This his girlfriend. Basketball got locked up and he needs your help and some bond money. So if you can help your boo," that she said, "if you can help your boo out, we will greatly appreciate it. Let me know how much you got to give." At this point, at that very moment when I got that text, I was blown. I was through. I said, never is all these people playing with me like this. What is wrong with y'all? Bitch, I'm having me a good day at work. Just got to work. I done opened the store. I got my music playing. I'm fixing stuff up. Gung ho, baby. I done had me a good morning. And she texts me with this shenanigans, girl. So I'm through. I said, hold on, I'm finna call her. And ain't no way I'm even finna text back. None of that. I'm finna call her. So I call her, girl. And she like,
"Hello?"
I said,
so who are you again?
she was like, she kept not wanting to say her name, but she was like, she was
like, I'm basketball girlfriend.
I'm like, okay, and so how long have y'all been together?
She was like, and mind y'all, I can't remember if I asked her if she was the same girl who was texting my phone on my birthday, which I think she probably was, but then low key, I don't think she was. I don't remember. But yeah, so then she like, she was like,
yeah, we've been together for, I don't know, girl. I think she said on and off for some years or some shit.
I don't know what she said. And so, girl, she was just talking. She was saying something to me. I don't know. So then I just stopped her and I said,
so how do you feel about this?
She's talking about, how do I feel
about what?
I said,
how do you feel about texting me, calling this man my boo, and you go out with him, and you over here asking me for money for this man?
She was like,
well, I mean, basketball, he kind of like do whatever he want to do. And so he, you know, I know he be having females and stuff, but you know, I'm not worried about that.
Girl, you said what? What? So, girl, I ended up telling her ass. I said,
okay, I gotta go back to work. If I got some, you know, I'll call you.
Girl, I didn't have 2 pennies to rub together for that motherfucker. I wasn't giving them a dime. Like, if they said, excuse me, we got the whole thing, Jada, and all we need is 1 dime from you. Just 1. Girl, I wouldn't have gave them that. Like, I wouldn't have gave him nothing. So then, oh yeah, so mind y'all, it was like she had texted me off like a text number, or maybe she had 2 phones, because actually when I did call a number, she answered. And so I don't really know how all that worked, but I don't know. But when she had legit started texting me, it was from her actual phone. And so at first, like, when we was on the phone and stuff, I'm trying to ask her, like, you know, how old are you? Like, what's your name? You know, all this type of stuff. She ain't trying to say nothing. So, you know, she wasn't trying to tell me her name or nothing. So then when she had texted me, you know how the phone be saying maybe so-and-so, and they say your whole name, you set your phone up like that. That's what hers said. So as soon as she had texted me from her real number, boom, I put that junk in Facebook. Y'all, let me tell y'all what I pulled up. Girl, this lady got 3 kids. This lady got 3 kids. She had to be like a cool, like, she probably was like in her late 20s, like almost 30. And so then, girl, now I'm thinking in my head, basketball younger than me. At the time, I was 23 turning 24. And basketball was 22 years old. So you mean to tell me, and then she got 3 kids. Girl, it was just very much ghetto. Like, I was like, oh no. So then, girl, she texted me that, right? So then once we had started like legit texting, girl, she telling me everything. She giving me all the tea, baby. And when I say all the tea, like, she telling me about all the little females, girl. She sending me pictures, like everything. Me and her was texting damn near the whole day that day. So she sent me pictures, she sent me everything. So she sent me another picture of basketball with this other lady. Now, girl, like, I had to have been the youngest girl that basketball was talking to, and still I was even older than him. Like, it was one girl who was actually younger than me that he was messing with. So then, girl, so she was texting me or whatever, because I'm like, okay, well, where his mom at? Mind y'all, basketball got 2 kids. Yeah, basketball had 2 kids at the time. So I'm like, well, where his mom at? She like, the mama at work. She says she can't help him until she get off. So it's like, okay. I'm like, well, where his baby mama at? His baby mama says she ain't got nothing else to give to his ass. Like, she done playing with him. So I'm just asking all this tea just to ask, because I already know I ain't giving shit. I ain't got shit to give. No, I ain't even got no fucks to give. Now, mind y'all, now basketball, let's see how to put this. Basketball was not like no hood nigga like that. Like, he was not like selling. Let me be quiet. But nah, basketball was off into all of that. Never mind. Because I'm lying. He was in all of that, actually. But, you know, basketball used to... Girl, let me be quiet. I'm turning into the feds. But yeah, so that was what it was. But yeah, so Basketball ended up getting arrested. So then she tells me how she found out he got arrested, right? So Basketball had spent the night over her house the night before. So that morning he had woke up and he was like, okay, I'm gonna go to my cousin's house. So he gets up, but he walks. And so she thinking like she already know like his cousin don't stay down the street from them like walking distance. So how is this nigga walking? So then she said she follows him in her car. She said as soon as she hit the corner, he was gone. It's like, my nigga, if you on foot, ain't no way you turned the corner, you vanished that fast. So she already know he had hopped in somebody's car. She don't know if a female came and picked him up, one of his friends, whatever. But whoever did, their car ended up getting pulled over. He had some warrants, and so they took his ass in, like, straight like that. So, so I think she said he ended up calling her. Well, baby, he ain't called me. So, for all he know, I don't even know he in jail. Like, girl, he ain't called me. So, She sending me pictures of females. She telling me all of this and that. So she ended up sending me this picture of this one lady, and she had some dreads or something. And girl, let me tell y'all what blew me the most about that picture. He was in the same outfit. When I say down to the coat, down to the hat, he was in the same outfit that I had seen him in one day. So now I'm thinking either you wore that same outfit and basketball ain't really play about his clothes. Like he always made sure he had the outfit on. Like one time I picked this man. Matter of fact, this was the outfit. So boom, he had seen me the same day of that just came to my head, girl. I even got the picture in my phone. Me and my homegirl, me and my homegirl went to pick basketball up because we was finna go kick it with him and his friends, right? So he got in the car with this one outfit on, the same outfit that he was in that girl picture with. And he ended up leaving the room for a minute, girl, and I tell you, the man came back a whole new outfit. I even got that picture in my phone too. Like, girl, he came back with a whole new outfit on. And so that means that he seen that girl the same day he saw me. Girl, basketball, he is savage. I give it to him. He is a savage, straight gigolo, like, girl. And he had these females wrapped around his finger. He thought he was finna get my ass. Tough. I'm a gangster, baby. You can't get me.
Ain't nobody finna fuck with me. I'm a gangster.
I don't get got. I do the getting. Yeah. So, so like I said, girl, she sent me pictures. So that picture of him and that girl with the dreads, that had really blew me. But it was what it was. I'm just like I said, I'm just getting all the tea. So then the girl with the dress had sent the girl who I was texting, right? She sent, because at this point everybody was, girl, I'm looking at the picture now. I'm sick. So at this point, everybody was like looking around trying to get him some money or whatever to buying this man out. So the girl with the dress, she ended up sending a screenshot of his stuff. So she got his stuff in the car or whatever. She sends a screenshot and she was like, she had said no one was needed in the first place. Like basically saying like she had her nigga or whatever. So like none of us was needed anyway to like get him some money. And it's like, girl, like what you wanted a damn you wanted a cookie because you saved that man because you got him out of jail? Girl, as soon as he get out, who he finna be calling? Everybody else again. Like, girl, that wasn't shit. You was just a dummy who spent your money on his ass. Like, girl, fuck him. So then the girl had said something. She was like, I'm finna have somebody call you. At that point, I'm like, girl, don't have nobody else call my phone. I done talked to enough of y'all. You is enough. I don't want nobody else calling my phone. What they calling me for? What we got to talk about? We don't have nothing to talk about. Like, at all. So then, girl. So, like I said, me and her was just texting the whole day. So, like, he ended up getting out the exact same day, but I still didn't see him. He still did not call my phone. So, it was probably like, a couple days after that. And he finally ended up calling me. And he was like, yeah, I want to see you, da 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 da. So I'm like, all right. So I ended up pulling up on him, girl. And so we just sitting in the car because he was always the type to never want to talk about situations that happen. And it's like, my nigga, like, you don't want to talk about the elephant in the room. You just want to sit here like ain't nothing just happened. So I was like, I had
said something like, why you tell me you had got arrested?
He was like, man, I thought I did tell you. Bitch, you tell all your other females, you ain't tell me that shit. You know you didn't.
So he was like, man, I thought I told you, blah, blah.
I was like, nah, one of your females did though.
He was like, man, I already know.
I said, well, who was it?
He talking about that little old head. She was the one who had text you. He was like, I don't even know why she did that shit. I told her, don't worry about it.
Or something like that he was saying. But girl, it's like at this point, I don't care what you done told people, whatever. So it was like kind of after that meetup, did we see each other again? Nah, after that meetup, it was kind of just over with. Because I was kind of like, I was just disgusted with him. I was over all of that. Like, I ain't never been in no stuff like that. Like, no, bro, I'm not dealing with that junk. You got your females calling me. You can't even be a pimp in peace. You can't even keep all your hoes in order. They all texting my phone. Like, what type of stuff is that? I'm like, nah, bro. Nah. So we was done for. I was still sick about him, of course, but we was kind of over with after that. So I thought. So yeah. Okay, so me and him followed each other on Instagram, right? So by the time me and him had stopped talking, I had muted him because like I kept going to like look at his page and stuff. I was like, bro, that's lame. So I had muted him so I couldn't see nothing of his stuff. So girl, like this was probably my last day of lurking. And he done posted a female on his thing, right? Now, mind you, this is none of the girls that girl had sent me. This not even that girl. This is a whole nother girl. So he posted her and he was like, did he say my wife? Either he said my wife or my baby mama. He said something like that. I think he probably said baby mama. So then I go to her page and she got a picture of him up talking about her baby daddy. So I'm like, girl, he is such a kid. The girl didn't look like nothing anyway. So it was just like, bro, you is slow. You're slow. So I had muted his ass. I ain't seen him, heard from him, nothing. So then, girl, that exact girl text me. I don't know how did I know who this was? Cause when I think I kind of just put two and two together because it was just like, he wasn't really showing no other females. And if he ain't showing nobody else, why would somebody else step behind him? You know what I'm saying? He over here so-called bragging about this girl. So when this girl had texted me, right? The girl he had posted. And her message to me say,
IDK you, but I'm letting you know that basketball isn't messing with... Oh, she said, I'm letting you know that basketball isn't just messing with you. He's using you and all these other bitches. I went through his phone and I saw pictures of you and videos of him fucking on different bitches. Recent videos. So you are getting played and I kicked him out my house. And just to let you know, I'm pregnant with his child. So don't let him fool you, sweetheart.
At this point, this one I should have changed my number. Cause bruh, like what the hell? But as you can see, nobody ever came crazy. But it's just still the simple fact of why. And then she talking about she saw pictures and videos. Me and basketball, as much as me and basketball used to say we was gonna take pictures together, I got like little pictures of him in my phone. But girl, me and basketball ain't never took no pictures. We ain't never took no pictures. And I doubt he would have screenshotted some off Instagram and had it just sitting in his phone. But whatever, girl. Somehow she found my number or whatever. And I remember, y'all, low-key, I tried to go through basketball phone, girl. I was scared, though. Because, like I said, I ain't never did that before. So, girl, where we was at? We was at the mall. He ran back in there. And so he left his phone. His phone was unlocked, like he ain't had no code on there. So, girl, I'm trying to go through. Half of the messages don't got numbers on there. So I'm not, like, finna go read everything. Like, I don't got time. But I think I did find one. Girl, his ass came to the door so quick, I still had the phone in my hand. Girl, I hurried up and tried to lock it. I ain't even get out the messages, girl. That's why I said I can't do all that sneaking and geeking stuff. That don't work for me. So, yeah, girl. So, then when she texted me this, and mind y'all, this is the girl who was younger than me. And still talking about she pregnant, girl. She kicked that man out. I'm like, girl, I had just run her back. I'm like, girl, I'm already healed. I was like, because you're not the first one to tell me this. And I found out about plenty of other girls, too. I said, I've been good on his lame ass. But thank you, though. Girl. And then she had just read my thing, and then that was it. So then I was like, okay, let me go see if she talking shit on social media, though. So I go to her Instagram, and what she was saying, she had just wrote like this big old paragraph about him. And she was like, you hoes think that it's cute that y'all messing around with basketball and he got me pregnant and da da da. She was like, y'all can have his bum ass and blah 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 blah. She was just saying a bunch of stuff, girl. Then she ended up blocking me on Instagram. So it's like, it was what it was. Now, fast forward to like last year, 2020 last year, right? So, girl, I'm walking out the dollar store down the street by my house. Now, mind y'all, when me and Basketball talked in the very beginning, I used to stay somewhere else. So then where I stay at now, I never would have imagined to ever see him out here. So, girl, I'm leaving out the damn out the dollar store. Now, mind y'all, this is last year, so Corona. So we all had our mask on, but he was walking into the store, so he didn't have his mask on. So I'm putting my card up in my purse and I'm walking out. And so I'm looking down at the ground because I'm looking at my purse. Plus, I'm just like looking down at the ground. I don't know. So as I'm walking out, I'm looking in the bottom of the window and I see some tall, skinny legs with some tats on. I'm like, okay, hold on. Let me scan up this body and see. Girl, I done got to the top of the head and it's motherfucking Basketball. So I'm looking. Now, mind you, I got my mask on, so my face just done changed. Like, I'm just like, that's literally what I did. I just look like this. And so he walking with some little jolly white girl. She happened to be somewhere. So he opens the door and she walks in, like just cheesing whatever. So then she walk in and he's like, come on, shorty. So I guess he didn't notice me at first. Then he ended up noticing who I was. So then I walk out, girl, and he gonna hit me in my chest. I said, do not touch me. Then I'm like halfway to the car. He gonna yell, hey, Lil J, text me. I'm like, boy, I had me a new man at the time, so I wasn't finna text a bitch ass thing. And then y'all, guess what I seen on the leg, girl? A damn ankle monitor. Girl, Basketball ass was on house arrest. When I say all of this stuff is funny now, but girl, Basketball was bad news. Just bad news. But I was still so sick about this man, and I had finally got over him, girl. And I used to always be like, dang, like, what I'm gonna do if I ever see Basketball out in public? But then it's like, girl, I don't know what can I do? Girl, forget that man. But yeah, y'all, so that is my story time. And so thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl channel. Y'all, I'm really finna be more consistent on here because there's no reason why I shouldn't have more videos, more subscribers, more everything. So yeah, I'm finna definitely get back on my grind. I'm finna have another story story time for y'all real soon. And I'm finna hop on the mukbang thing. The mukbang train wagon, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. But yes, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.